This is going to be a tough video. This one's going to be really tough to get through. So today is Saturday. The day that I'm filming this is it's Saturday, December 19th. 2 weeks ago, I stopped uploading videos. I pretty much just dropped off of the social media map as a whole. And what's really funny is when I stopped uploading videos 2 weeks ago, I had like 1,200 and I think 62 or 63 subscribers on this channel. And at the time of recording this video, I have 1,292, which is crazy that I have gained like 30 subscribers over the course of a 2-week hiatus. I mean, I'm usually kind of clawing and scratching for subscribers, but I dropped off the map and I gained 30 new subscribers, which is super interesting. But I lost one subscriber. Arguably one of the most important subscribers to me on this channel. And I would do almost anything to get that subscriber back. So on Sunday, December, I think it was 6th, my mother-in-law, Kaylee's mom, passed away. It was very sudden. It was very unexpected. We had absolutely no clue that she was sick. We had no indication of anything. We went to her house for just kind of a routine weekly visit, because Kaylee usually goes and visits her about twice a week. And it's been 2 weeks since that happened. And I feel like I should be a little better about talking about it at this point, but I'm not. You guys never got to meet. Her name was Angie. We called her Big Ange or Big A, because she's huge. She's like 6 foot tall. You guys never got to meet her on the channel, and I hate that, because you guys would have really liked her. But she was an avid watcher of my YouTube channel. She watched every single vlog. I'll never forget one day she called Kaylee in just tears because she was watching one of my videos and she made it a point to like every single video. And she accidentally hit the dislike button on one of my vlogs and she didn't know how to undo it and like the video instead. And she called Kaylee just in tears. She was so upset that she had disliked one of my videos. And I don't care about that. Doesn't make any difference to me, but it was really funny. She loved this channel and she loved these videos partly because this was a way for her to kind of get to know me, her son-in-law, on a bit more of a personal level. These videos largely are that for everybody who watches this, even some of my close friends. They don't know some of the things that I talk about on this channel, and this is a way for them to learn those things and find out about me. But it was really interesting to hear my mother-in-law say that she enjoyed watching these videos because of that. The last 2 weeks have just been unfathomably difficult. Just kind of trying to process everything. Not just for me. Obviously for my wife, for Kaylee. She lost her mom. What a lot of you probably don't know about Kaylee is she lost her dad when she was 8 years old. Her mom lost her husband when Kaylee was 8 years old. Kaylee's grandmother, Angie's mom, stepped in shortly thereafterwards to try to help be a sense of support for Kaylee and her mom. And then just maybe 3 or 4 or 5 years later, I don't know exactly how many, her mom, her grandmother, passed away in a very, very tragic and horrific accident. And that's just a really small example of the type of life that Angie had. She had a really, really, really tough life. She lost her husband, she lost her mom, She lost her dad. Childhood, but she never let that get her down. I mean, she was easily one of the most positive and funny and amazing human beings I've ever known. Kaylee, my wife, has handled this just so incredibly. I'm not saying it's been easy. It by far has not been easy on Kaylee or myself or really anybody involved. But Kaylee, my very beautiful and loving and talented wife, has handled this in a way that I never could. I mean, her mom passed away so very suddenly. And we were going to go visit her. That's how little we were expecting it. Kaylee was going to visit her mom just to go hang out at her house. And then the next thing we know, we get the news that we get. And then less than 24 hours later, the next morning, Monday morning, we're sitting in the office of a funeral home discussing funeral plans for her mom, one of her only living close relatives. I've taken so many opportunities over the last 2 weeks to really think about how Kaylee has been handling the entire situation and how well she's been just coping with everything, and it's nothing shy of amazing. So fast forward, the funeral for Kaylee's mom was last Thursday. It was a beautiful ceremony. A lot of people pitched in to make it the way that it needed to be, and a lot of people helped Kaylee and I out in ways that I can't even begin to describe last week as we were navigating a very, very, very foreign and uncomfortable scenario. After the funeral on Thursday, my parents made reference. They said, hey, you and Kaylee should come to Vicksburg tomorrow, being Friday, and just come spend a couple of days with us. Just come and kind of rest and relax and just kind of get away from Monroe a little bit and have a little bit of time to recoup. And so Kaylee and I were making plans to do that when on Friday morning, my dad called me and said, son, I wish I was calling with good news, but I'm not. Your Aunt Linda, which is his sister, has just had a very severe stroke. And they don't know how much longer she's got. Now, this hit me like a ton of bricks because my mom has no siblings. So there's no cousins or aunts or uncles on my mom's side of the family. The only aunts and uncles and cousins that I have to speak of are on my dad's side. He has 3 sisters. So 3 aunts, 3 uncles, and then like a handful of cousins. And this particular aunt was always she was just so kind and so loving and so generous and so giving and just everything that you could possibly imagine, everything that you kind of want out of a sister or a mom or a daughter or an aunt. She was that. And so when my dad called me with this news, I was obviously very devastated. Kaylee and I had just walked through a season that I couldn't even begin to really get my head around. And now it looked like we were about to be walking through another one. And so that was Friday morning, and a little bit of time passed. I was kind of waiting to find out what was going to happen. And Saturday evening around 9 o'clock, my dad called me and said, son, your Aunt Linda has just passed. I was heartbroken. I was hurt, very confused, just a well of emotions. And what's crazy is my wife, who had just walked through the most difficult season of her entire life, the most difficult week of her entire life, she totally took how she was feeling and what was going on, and she put that on the back burner, and she immediately became this comforter and this caregiver and just this sense of peace that I really needed in that moment. She stepped in and she was that from the time it started until the time it was over. I got off the phone with my dad and I called the church where I work. We had just taken this past week off. They had told us to take the week off to kind of deal with all the funeral processions and that sort of thing for Kaylee's mom and to grieve and to mourn and what have you. And I was supposed to be going back to work on Monday, as was Kaylee. Called them on Sunday and I just said, here's what's going on. I need to go to Tennessee to be with my dad and to be with my mom and to be with my family through this. My dad has just lost his sister, and my dad's been through a lot, and he could really use myself and my siblings and my wife. He could just use us right now. So Monday morning, Kaylee and I got up bright and early. We loaded up our car and we headed for Dandridge, Tennessee, which, if you're not familiar with where that is, it's just probably, 40 miles east of Knoxville, Tennessee. It's very northeast Tennessee, right in the heart of the Smoky Mountains. So we made the drive up there on Monday. We got in kind of late Monday night. And then just Tuesday and Wednesday was time spent with my mom and my dad and my siblings and my dad's family, my grandmother and my other aunts and uncles and cousins, and just remembering this aunt who has now passed on, and I had so many good memories with. And it was just a well of emotions being there during all of this. And again, Kaylee was there for every step of it. She helped me walk through it. And there were moments where I would be upset and I would need some caring and some loving and I would just need that. And then it wouldn't be 5 minutes later and Kaylee would be in the same exact situation, thinking about her mom, remembering her mom, missing her mom. And I would be having to do the same thing, having to be a caregiver and having to help console her and help her. And just not fun. Not a fun 2 weeks. But things are starting to get back to normal. We got home kind of late Thursday night, and we spent yesterday just kind of relaxing around the apartment and doing various things. And then today's Saturday. I've actually got to be at a birthday party in an hour. So apart from that, though, we really haven't done anything. We're just kind of taking it easy, relaxing, trying to breathe before we have to go back to work tomorrow. But I just wanted to make this video, and I wanted to kind of explain what's going on and where I've been, because I've gotten a lot of Instagram messages and Instagram comments and text messages and phone calls and all sorts of stuff from various people who are saying, hey man, what's going on? Are you okay? Some people know about what happened with Kaylee's mom, and then some people don't. But I specifically made it a point to take my camera, put it in the bag, and just not take it out and shoot any videos until we were past this season. I felt like it was really important for me to be there for my wife and for our family. And I still feel that way, but I'm starting to feel a little more comfortable with breaking the camera out and doing what I enjoy doing and what I feel like I'm good at and what brings me comfort and what is largely very therapeutic, and that is making YouTube videos. So there's 1,000 thank yous and recognitions and things like that I could do for various people, for people who helped us through Kaylee's situation and then turned around and helped me through my situation with my family. I'm not going to waste anyone's time with all of that, but if you've texted me, if you've called me, if you've texted or called Kaylee or Instagram messaged or commented or just anything, if you helped us through this situation, if you didn't, if you're watching this video with concern about what's going on in mine and Kaylee's life, because just thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. Okay, no more sad videos. That's not how my mother-in-law would have wanted it. It's not how my aunt would have wanted it. It's not how I want it. So we're going to wrap the video here. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you there.